friends, welcome back to another episode of Heart to Palate. Today I'm going to share a recipe for kathal biryani or raw jackfruit biryani or fansachi biryani, kacha fansachi. So for that I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of oil. Into that I've added 3 bay leaves, 8 to 10 peppercorns, 2 pieces of cinnamon and 4 to 5 cloves. To that I'm going to add 2 big size onions, finely chopped, and I'm going to saute them until they get nice pink in color, and then I'm going to add the finely chopped tomatoes to that. I've already boiled the raw jackfruit in cooker and I've kept it aside, and then we're going to add it to the gravy. Now it's been exactly 5 minutes since I've been sauteing the onions. I'm going to add the ginger garlic paste now. Ginger garlic and coriander and red green chili paste. It's about 4 teaspoons. Saute this for a couple of minutes. To this I'm going to add about a teaspoon of haldi. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of red chili powder. I'm going to add my tomatoes now. Saute this for about 3 to 4 minutes until the tomatoes get nicely softened, and then we're going to add the biryani masala, whichever choice of biryani masala you can use. I'm going to use the same one which I use for my chicken biryani, Shan biryani masala, Sindhi biryani mix, because it's a little on the spicier side. That's the one I'm going to use. For this I'm using young jackfruit which I've already boiled, and I'd added a little bit of salt, and I'd used one entire pack of young jackfruit that we get in our frozen section over here, which is about 400 grams, so a little less than half a kg of jackfruit I'm using, which I'm going to add it to this now. And you can see it's completely cooked because I've pressure cooked it. So make sure you get it completely cooked because you're just adding it to the gravy right now. So after adding the jackfruit, I'm going to add, I sauteed it for about 2 minutes, and then I'm adding about 2 teaspoons of salt, and I'm going to add about 4 teaspoons of biryani masala, and we'll taste it if it's not too spicy or anything. If you want you can add more, but I'm pretty sure this should be enough. Saute this for a couple of minutes because basically this jackfruit is already cooked, so you don't have to cook it again. So now the basic gravy is ready with the jackfruit, and I'm going to take this out in a separate pot, and then I'm going to layer the potatoes and start layering the biryani. So to this, on the bottom I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of oil, and to that I'm going to add the potatoes, which are about half a centimeter thickness I would say, and layer them up. And on top of this we'll add the gravy that we made with the jackfruit or fansachi ji apan banavli, that I'm going to layer. And I've already cooked the rice and lay it on the flat surface so that it won't get sticky. I've taken about 2.5 katoris of rice. To that I've added 5 katoris of water, exactly double, and cooked in microwave along with a little bit of butter, bay leaves, cloves and cinnamon stick, and about 1.5 teaspoon of salt. And cook for about 20 minutes or so. Depending upon your microwave, you have to judge how long you'll have to cook, but it was like a little less than your perfectly cooked rice. And then I'm going to layer the biryani in. I'm going to cover this for about 2 to 3 minutes so that it will get a little bit of steam on the potatoes, and then I'm going to layer it. Now it's been about 2 minutes since I had added the potatoes at the bottom of the pot. I'm going to add the jackfruit mixture now. Now I'm going to add the rice layer to this. I've made about 2.5 katoris of rice that I told you. So half of the rice I'm going to put first, and then we are going to put the rest of the gravy on top of it, and then layer it again with the rice, and then garnish it with your cashews, fried cashews and fried onions, and we're going to give dum to the biryani for about 20-25 minutes. Rest of the mixture of jackfruit gravy that we made on top of the rice layer, spread it around. And then I'm going to layer it with next layer of the rice. After the second layer of the gravy, I'm just adding few hand torn pieces of pudina just for the flavor at this layer, and then add your rest of the rice. So for the fried onion, the trick is I've sliced the onion vertically, thinly sliced onions, about 2 small size onions I had taken. I had put it in the microwave so that it loses its moisture, and then I added about 1 to 2 teaspoons of oil, and then I'm going to just saute them until they get nice golden brown, and that's how I'm making my fried onion, which I'm going to top it over my biryani. And in the meantime, I'm going to have the coal ready for the dum. So it's heating up. When it gets a little red, like burning red hot, that's when we are going to put it in the katori and between the biryani pot, and then we're going to close it up. It's on medium flame now, so I topped it up with the fried onions. If you want, you can just drizzle some ghee or clarified butter on a couple of spots over here at a distance, 4 or 5 places, so it will drizzle down by the time it gets nicely, when you get that dum to the biryani. And I'm adding the handful of cashew, fried cashews on top of it. And this is the burning hot coal that I have. I'm going to keep it in the center, and I'm going to pour some oil over it. You can see, just immediately cover the pot and just give the dum for about 20-25 minutes, and your biryani should be ready. Make sure your flame is on the medium flame, not too on the high, so that it doesn't get burnt on the bottom. Okay, and put the timer on for about 20-25 minutes, and it should be done. It's exactly been 25 minutes, and our biryani is ready to be served. Now jackfruit biryani is ready to be served. The recipe is in the description box below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Heart to Palate.